Pippa Jones Beauty. It's the place where I love to get together with you and discuss all things beauty, skincare, makeup, and a little bit of this and that. If you've been around here a while, well, thanks for coming back. If you're new, welcome. I hope that if you learned something, like something, that it was cool, you'll give it a thumbs up and definitely subscribe to the channel so you can be notified of new and upcoming videos. And of course, I always like to read your comments. You may have been wondering how come this girl, you know, her background's always changing. She can't settle down. What's her problem? Well, to tell you the truth, it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with my husband, who has to bring us to these wonderful places. And I just wanted to keep going with my videos and my passion and hobby along with you. So right now we're actually in Florida for 6 weeks, and you might be wondering, what on earth does a girl like me do for 6 weeks when, you know, it's my thing, fragrance, makeup, skincare, you know, it's what I love and what I like to do. So what does a girl like this bring? Because evidently it's pretty pricey stuff when you're into high-end looks. It is. So you can't really have doubles of everything everywhere at one place and another place, and although I kind of do with some things, definitely not all my favorites. So I thought I'll do a video and show you what do I bring along now in 2022 that are my favorites that I couldn't live without for 6 weeks. So I'll just call it, since today is the summer solstice, my favorites of the first half of the year. So if this interests you, please stick around to the end, and I hope you enjoy. All right, so first things first. What do I have on my face today? What I have on my face today will kind of give you my philosophy on summer and travel. And I have on the brand new Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh Complexion Touch in B30. When I come down here and it's the summer and I'm usually doing a lot of fishing offshore, this shade of mine really messes with me a bit because I do try to reapply, and my favorite sunscreens are the Tatcha. I actually do like, the sun is so intense and the water reflects off the boat and the T-top and stuff. So La Roche-Posay 100. I'm constantly reapplying, and I also do Super Goop spray and Gold Screen. I'm just constantly reapplying. I also have powder SPFs from Color Science and Tarte that I will use when I feel like it's just way too glowy. But so SPF is a big thing down here, and in the summer, and should be all the time. I wish I was more of a Nazi for that, or my mom was more of a Nazi for that. Instead of just saying to me, moisturize, 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 she would have said sunscreen, sunscreen, but it is what it is. But so this brand new Water Fresh tint really tells you what I love to do for a complexion look. I like to keep it light in the summer. I like to use tints. This new one I am really liking, the original Le Beige Water Fresh tint. What are some of my other favorites? The Chantecaille, the new anti-aging face tint, and has a beautiful bronze to it. The Jones Road, which if you've been around, you've known is one of my favorites. And also the Nars. And I do like the Wonder Light from Charlotte Tilbury, which I think is more of a lighter foundation, but it's actually classified as a tint. And Ilia, I would say, is definitely one that I need to get a different shade for down here. This, what I have, is more like my winter shade. So this one shouldn't have even come with me. And what else do I have on my face today? Ooh, I just piled my hair. Sorry about that. I got that cleaned up. But so definitely my foundation is usually lighter unless if I'm going out to dinner or something like that, and I do a little concealing around the eyes. Today, as far as concealers, I use the Nars, the Radiant, oh boy, what's this one called? Radiant Creamy Concealer. As far as my holy grails of concealers so far, this year. The Sicily Eye Concealer with Botanical Phyto Eclat, and this one to me, the Nars one in a pot, you know, again, pot isn't always the easiest one to use, but soft matte complete concealer. This one I am really liking too, because it really does when you need some serious dark circle coverage. This one around the eyes I find is really concealing and brightening, and I really have been liking that one so far this year. Today I just had on the Nars Radiant Concealer, and in the summer I like to keep my eye looks really simple. I absolutely love Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath among my favorite eyeshadows, but I typically tend towards more one and done looks, more the smaller quads like the Chantecaille quads, the Chanel quads, keeping it really simple. Down here, what did I bring? Not too much for eyes. I am like more of a blush kind of gal in the summertime and when I travel, but I brought these by Terry sticks that I actually really love. Really feel good going on, easy to work with. As far as stick, these are my favorites. I did bring along one Charlotte Tilbury, Color Chameleon Amber Haze, kind of a goldy one. I did bring along Metal Boots in Snow by Barredo. This one I really like because I feel like it can be really simple. Use two colors, maybe a little pop in the center, or you can do something more nighttime and elevate that. And I actually have brought along with me the other small one from Byredo. Where did it go? The one with the black and so on and so forth. I cannot find it. Oh lordy. Okay, I can't find it, but that one. And I bought just one Chantecaille single, the one from last fall, the green one, which I wear a lot of green down here, so the lush tropical area. And then I brought three quads. I bought the new, this is to say Rivoli, which is kind of like a classic from Chanel, everyday kind of light look. I brought Mediterranean, which was sold out pretty much everywhere, and one more. So Mediterranean, the one from I guess it was their spring summer collection, and 79 Spices. And why I brought this one along was that, again, it's kind of like these kind of lighter everyday kind of looks, and then I feel like I can zhuzh them up and make them a little more intensified for nighttime. I did also bring along, so what do I have on my eyes today? I have on just this green shade from Chantecaille, and then I have a little highlight in the center with one of these by Terry sticks. And if I'm continuing on with what's going on my eyes and my favorites this year, I do not have any eyeliner on right now, but I do have, surprisingly new to me and a favorite, Victoria Beckham's mascara. And what I love about this one, which isn't one that you hear about a lot, and you don't hear about it from me a lot, is the fact that this one is a tubing mascara. And while it takes a lot of, it feels like when you're taking it off, you're like, a lot's coming off. And it comes off in little chunks, kind of looks like your eyelashes are coming off, but they're not. But this one I really love because the spoolie is a teeny tiny one, and it is got that little vent so you can really get in there, but it is, you can put on one layer and it can, you just separate, spiky, and elongate them, and it works really, really, really good for these bottom little guys of mine. But you can also build the layers and make it more pronounced. Definitely elongating, definitely separating. So a beautiful, beautiful mascara, I think. I really like this, and this is my favorite chewing mascara. Chantecaille Faux Cils is probably my favorite of all time, along with Jones Road. The Jones Road is absolutely amazing as far as separating, volume, and thickness. And the Faux Cils by Chantecaille, absolutely similar in volume, pigment, and lengthening with the lash enhancing ingredients to help your lashes grow. So these are, of 2022, my 3 favorite mascaras. Yes. So what else this year? So that's pretty much all. Oh, I didn't talk about my blush. So for the summertime, I really, really love going in with a cream type blush. So the new Water Tint is what I have on underneath today, and then I have Victoria Beckham's cream blush on top, and I did not do a powder one. I just kind of layered them, my typical thing with kind of get that lit from within with the Water Fresh Tint blush, and then accenting the very top to give it a little bit more of a pop. And that is what I have on my cheeks today. And I have on the Victoria Beckham Posh Gloss in Fizz for my color. So that's my look today, and it kind of gives you my take on, you know, summer glowy. Yes, is it nice and glowy? I don't have any powder on right now, and as you can see, it's a healthy glowy, not overly done, kind of enhanced everyday look, which is what I feel comfortable with in the summertime. But let's go on to some more of my favorites. Talking about Chanel, I did bring a lot of Chanel with me because it is one of my favorite brands. You know, you sometimes get these items and you're like, I just want to try one, and then you fall in love with it and you end up buying so many of them. You want to get them all. And that's what happened to me with the lip and cheek balms that came out in January. #1 Day Chanel. And I absolutely love those. I love that lit from within ethereal look. When you have that color coming through that blends in and sits so well on your skin. And as I've been saying lately, I do like to layer my blushes. So I did bring a lot of Chanel. As far as Chanel lips, you know, I brought some of the new Rouge Allure Lustrate. I brought one kind of brighter shade, My Rose, I believe it's called. Rouge Cocoa Balm My Rose, yes, that one. And one Rouge Cocoa Flash in kind of a everyday nude shade. And that one is Flannery. So I didn't bring too many lips. I did, chunked that one up. I did bring a couple of the dual-ended ones, kind of more your pinky ones. What else did I bring from Chanel, since we can kind of go more into brands? I did bring a lot of blushes along. Yeah, I did. I think, you know, I just love blushes so much. So, you know, I brought probably 8 different these, the ones that are always there. And I also brought a couple limited editions of the releases from this year. And those are the the Blush Lumiere Brune Rosy, that one, and then there's the other one. And this, I actually like to use both of those together. This I do sometimes use more as a bronzer, or kind of like a bronzer, where I put this one there, and then I put the one that is Peche Rosé. I put that one on top of it, on the top portion of, for the blush. And you know, a lot of people didn't like the reformulated blushes. I'm just fine with them. Absolutely just fine. So then as far as Chanel goes, the rest was a lot of my foundations, because it is the foundation. The number 1 Day Chanel, I had to reorder a B30 because that one was too light. The All Day Comfort Ultra Lip Tint, the Sublimage L'Essence de Tint, and La Beige Healthy Glow Foundation, and then of course the tints. So as far as Chanel, I did bring a lot of Chanel along, and I even brought, I actually had one more sent down to me. I absolutely love these giant Kabuki brushes. I'm like so obsessed with them. They're like so soft. My skin sometimes gets really picky, and I do have an extensive collection at home. But again, I can't travel with them a lot. I do have some down here, but definitely, you know, not all my Sonia G's. I have one Sonia G set down here. I have a lot of my Kitco and things like that, but I was desperately in need of some face brushes, so I use this one, of course, as the bronzer. That's what it's meant to be. And then I usually use this one as a loose powder or a pressed powder type of a brush. Yeah, really soft, just really big and fat, and just like, I just love that you can set it down, grab it, set it down, you know, real easy. I just love those. So that was pretty much my Chanel that I brought along with me. What else? Chantecaille. One of my favorite brands, Chantecaille. What did I bring along? I brought along the new HD Radiant Powder in Hope, which is a rosy peach shade. Of course, the one eyeshadow. I brought along my favorite. I think these are still available, but they were like a couple summers ago. The Manta Ray one and the Whale Shark. I love this shade. Oh, I love it. It is so beautiful for that punchy kind of shade. What else did I bring from Chantecaille? I have two from the Hummingbird collection, a real nude and a more pinky shade. Lip Cheeks. And I brought the new Sunbeam collection along for summer, of course. The multi-use cheek and eye shade, Sunbeam, and the two lip balms in Marigold and, what's the other one called? Sunflower. Of course, I have the Full Seal Mascara, that one I keep here all the time. And I have this little concealer stick, which is called Real Skin Plus. I have my Future Skin and my Future Skin cushion. So that pretty, oh, and of course, the new tint. So that really, you know, I do have extensive Chantecaille collection, so that is pretty much what I want to bring along with me, and I do have a pressed powder here all the time. That one stays here. So that's what I brought for Chantecaille. As far as two other brands, my favorites, I did bring a lot of my Victoria Beckham. I brought all of the eye cajoles and the brightening, the new brightening for the eyeliner. I brought my bronzer. I bought a lot of the Posh glosses. My favorite's Bikini. I bought all of the shades of the cheeks that I have, and I brought I did bring 3 lip shades from Victoria Beckham. I brought this one, Spark, beautiful Spark, Pout, and Jump. I brought, of course, one of my favorite primers. Should probably leave that one there. I brought a couple of these, the Just Bitten Lips. I have 2 shades. I really like those. They're kind of between a matte and a gloss. Oh, that's another. Oh, I brought 2 of my lashes. I brought one little palette, the Signature palette, which is a beautiful everyday matte palette. Actually wear that one at night actually a lot too. And then I brought a couple of the lid lusters. Mink, Blonde, and the blue one. So yeah, quite a lot of Victoria Beckham came along with me, one of my favorites. And of course, one of my favorites, Westman Atelier. I brought along 3 shades of one of the greatest foundations, the greatest stick foundation that I found. I brought a lot of her squeaky clean lips. I brought every shade of super loaded tinted highlighters, the new one, and my gosh, I did not do a good job packing because I wrapped doubles of some things. Not good when you're trying to pack. But yeah, every super loaded shade. So this one is Peau de Pêche. The new one is Peau de Santé. See, Peau de Santé. What's this one? See, I did a horrible job packing. I have 2 repeats from Westman Atelier clogging that up. And my other ones, where on earth are they? That is a blush. It's not a blush or highlighter. That's a bronzer. Sometimes it's hard to tell them apart. Okay, I can't find them right now, but they are in here somewhere. Oh, there they are. This one is Peau de Soleil. Peau de Rosé is the black one. So we can kind of compare them all together. I know, and it's like, you might think, well, why do you need to have so many of these shades? It is a great, awesome product. Awesome for summer. Here are all 4 shades. Just spread them out a little bit so you can see them. Ooh, and I took a chunk out of that one. Bad move. What else from Westman Atelier? I brought along their lip palettes, which I actually do like to travel with because I feel like it offers me a lot of different choices as far as lip colors. I like these. The only palette I do like, lip palette I do like. It just, you know, can custom create. Good for travel. So that is pretty much my Westman Atelier. Oh no, it's not. I forgot my lit up sticks, and I actually have, this one is the limited edition one that came this holiday season. I absolutely love it. And I forgot to say that I did have the new Victoria Beckham highlight stick because I'm going to do a comparison. I don't know where it went right now, but comparison between this one, the Victoria Beckham one, and the Chanel one. Those are the big ones that I brought, and actually, I actually have both of those mini sets that came out in these Stay Here All the Time with my favorite contour stick and a couple blush colors. And that's pretty much it for Westman Atelier, one of my favorites. And then the last major brand of 2022 that has been a favorite is, of course, Jones Road. And I did bring a lot of Jones Road along with me, including the foundation, a whole bunch of different colors of the sticks, foundation sticks. This is the second one to Westman Atelier. Probably just as good, it's just a smaller form, so different philosophy, where Westman Atelier is you're going for the whole face. This is more your targeting areas, covering redness, working with a very minimal foundation look. I brought along all the shades of the lip colors, of course the mascara, all the shades of the blush, and 3 shades of the oil highlighter, 2 lips, 3 of the lips, the best, it's called the best, no, Cool Gloss, and yeah, so these mini ones were available just over Memorial Day for the balms. And then I did bring some of the single shades for 2022. I really thought about, you know, sometimes single shades irritate me, you know, if that's all they have. But really a great formulation with these eyeshadows. And I have about 8 of them. I will probably be getting the rest of them. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I bring down with me as far as full fragrances that I brought down with me. I did not bring that many. I brought Gucci, the Virgin Violet. I brought Juliet Has a Gun, Vanilla Vibes. I brought Parfum de Marly, and this one is Melioria. Very fruit, you know, the Juliet Has a Gun is pretty much your beachy. The de Marly is, you know, definitely very fruity, fruit forward. And Aqua Allegoria and Atari de Soleil, this is just like honey, sunshine, clean, crisp, seaside. And then I did bring 2 by Kilian, Moonlight in Heaven and Woman in Gold. And those are the only full size, but I did order a number 1 de Chanel, the Leo, the body spray, because I absolutely love it in the morning. And here's my messy counter. I forgot to talk about some of my other favorite lip products for summer that I bought: the Hermes lip oils and a few shades of the Hermes, the Chanel liquid, and there's some other stuff that stays here a lot of times, but yeah, here's the royal mess that is called my beauty counter in Florida, and the floor of my bags, my sunscreen area, and you can open up the mirror and we have stuff that stays here all year. This is kind of more my fragrance one, little mini cuties, and some more fragrance, Atelier cologne, and this is kind of my skincare cupboard. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. But yeah, so if you were ever wondering, when you go away for 6 weeks, how much makeup do you bring? Evidently, I drove down here, I didn't fly, because I'm sure probably way more than 50 pounds of makeup. Anyway, I just thought I'd make this video a little bit of this and that, and my favorites of 2022. Some really awesome products, and I try to enjoy them all, and they're beautiful. I really evidently like makeup. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this was fun for you. If you have any favorites of yours that you would like to share, please comment down below. If you like this, learn something, give it a thumbs up. And of course, I would love if you would subscribe and join in the community. Until next time.